So the general purpose of today is threefold. First of all, the purpose for you is to get familiar with the partnership. What is it? What can it offer? How are you going to use it? We have a purpose of kicking off some of the task forces in the partnership. And then the last point, which I think is the most important point, is networking, that you get to know each other from different companies. More than 50 companies have signed up for the partnership. Many of them are present here today. We have global brands, we have OEMs, we have brewing companies, we have medical device companies, we have consultants, we have branch organizations, remediation companies. Some of you are competitors, while others of you are in completely different sectors. But you all share the same headache, and that is PFAS. And even though it's easy to think that you might not have a lot of things in common with some of the companies that are in a completely different sector than you, or you might be worrying about how are we going to share confidentiality between some of our close competitors. Well, I know from experience as a consultant that many of you share exactly the same problems, despite of you being in completely different sectors. And many of these problems are issues that are non-competitive, so you would be much better off working on these topics together with your competitors instead of one-to-one. And this is exactly why this partnership matters. So today, we're not just launching a PFAS partnership. We are launching a shared commitment to accelerate minimization and phase out of PFAS. In your daily work, many of you are probably the PFAS person. You sit with all the responsibility. You get a lot of questions from your colleagues. You have pressure from management, and you have expectations from regulators and customers. Many of you are expected to know the answers, and you're expected to figure it out. In this room right now, we have something incredibly rare, at least for me. We have some of the most knowledgeable people on PFAS in the industry gathered in one room, all of you. There are some of you that are experts within compliance and regulations. Some of you are experts within R&D and substitution, procurement and supply chains, risk assessments, communication and strategy. This today is your chance to not be the smartest person in the room, at least not on every aspect on PFAS. This is your chance to be surrounded by people who know more than you do in specific areas. And this is a gift, because real growth and real professional development happens when we sit together with other experts in different fields and ask them, how did you do that? What did you experience when you did X? This partnership can be exactly that place if you let it. I know the reality that many of you are getting back to after today. Your calendars are full, your inboxes are overflowing, you have targets, deadlines, and urgent issues waiting for you. So when we are talking about this PFAS and the task forces and the work, it's easy to think, great, more work, more meetings, more on my to-do list. But I really want to challenge that mindset. Because don't think of the task forces as extra work, but strategically choose the task forces that focuses on the areas that you are already directly connected to and that you must do anyway by yourself in your own company. And use it to multiply what you can achieve with the same effort. And there's another level to this, because many of the topics that we're going to focus on in the task forces, they are not just PFAS tasks. They are transferable skills. Educating an organization on complex risk, building impact assessments for strategic decisions, creating standards across value chains, communicating uncertainty and responsibility. Those are not PFAS skills. The documents that we produce together in the partnership may help your company on the PFAS issue, but the skills that you build by participating in the task forces will help your entire career. So here's the thing. Your development is your responsibility. It's not your managers. It's not your companies. It's not DTI's. It's yours. We at DTI, we can organize, we can facilitate, we can create structure. We can bring you together, propose topics, and support the process. So imagine that instead of 50 companies struggling in 50 different directions, that we move faster because we learn from each other's successes and mistakes. So I really want to encourage you to be almost ruthless in this partnership, really targeting getting the right network in this room. Help us shape what we're going to do in the partnership. We have set a direction. We don't know how to achieve the goal yet. None of us in this room does. But if you continuously give us feedback on the direction and help shape the progress, then it can be exactly what you need. And I know from experience, at least in this room, many of you or some of you can testify that I often pick up the phone and call some of you and say, I really don't understand what is going on here. Can you please help me shed some light on it? And this is incredibly valuable for me. I want you to do the same with all of the members in this room. So in a few years, when you look back at this day, you will be able to say one of two things. Either, yes, I was technically a part of the PFAS partnership. I received some emails. I skimmed some reports. Or you can say, I used that partnership. I built relationships that I still rely on. I learned things that helped shape my career. And I influenced how our company navigated one of the biggest regulatory challenges of our time. The difference will not be decided by anybody else. It will be decided with the decisions you take starting from today. So on behalf of DTI, our partners Aperion, Envirke and Dansk Standard, and also the steering committee, Danish Industry, Dansk Erhverv, and the Danish EPA, we'd very much like to welcome, and we are really looking forward to kicking off this PFAS partnership together with you. Thank you very much.